In this session, we're going to discuss the prioritization. Now, this is going to be broken down into 3 parts, so this is part 1. So from my home ribbon, I go to prioritization. You're going to see a view of all of the appointments and work orders that are going on in your system. Across the top ribbon, you're going to have new work order. You can start a work order up here, or you can open up down below and start with a template. You can do a credit slip. You can start a estimate. So if you want to start just an estimate from here, you certainly can. If you open the drop down, then you can actually start it with a template also. New appointments. If you want to create a new appointment, you can from here by simply clicking that. Now you'll see some of these that are grayed out across this ribbon. If I click on a work order down here, see now they light up. This is actually the one thing that is different from the work in progress screen as far as what you can do, and that's called create a holdover, which we'll come back to in a little bit. Here you can update status of a work order, you can edit, you can do a quick edit if you wish. You can also delete a work order if you do have security permission for that. You have your find, which is your search. You can search for anything in here. You have a refresh, your colors. So you can pick colors, add them to a work order, and select service advisor and technician. If I look just below that, underneath my tab, I have hours available. So these are my hours available left in the day from all my technicians. So it's going to look at the time of the day, which you have programmed in the system for hours available for technicians, and let you know what you have left. Active work is total work hours. So if I look at duration, these are my total work hours. And then it calculates that out to a workload. The search box is just a quick search, and this is going to search just about anything in here. If I'm looking for work order 654, see, it's just looking for 654 somewhere. That happens to also be in the phone number of that first one. So again, it's just a quick string search. Look for anything you like. These columns, you can click on a column and sort if you wish. You can also do it however you like. If you want to move these columns around, you can simply click, lift, and drag. So you can rearrange order. Now these are all workstation settings, which means when you log onto your computer and you set it on your computer, it will remember. Up at the top, you're going to see a little utilities tab. You can print from here, export, things like that. You can also pick the columns. So we have a column chooser. So what this does is this allows you to turn off columns that you may not want to see. If I don't necessarily need to see what the total is on the invoice and I'm not using resources, I can turn it off. So you pick and choose here what you want to display on the screen. Now when you do come in here, it also looks at the current day. So here we are on the 25th on the far right. I can always click and go to the next day. See, here we have an appointment for tomorrow. The colors do have meanings. And what I mean by that is the background colors here. So yellow just simply means that's a simple appointment that was made. White, typically unassigned or in progress. That could be means that all that means is that we have a work order going and it should be completed by today. The pinkish color does not mean, it means we're just simply not going to have it ready by today. Don't have it. We're not going to have it done. Now the orange may mean that we might have it done, but not within the allotted time frame. So the allotted time frame, it's looking at promise time. And it also looks at the end of the day. Green means they are completed. In other words, all of the labor lines have been marked as completed. Gray just means we have written a ticket and we've moved it over to on hold. One thing you will not see here is counter sale tickets. You will not see a counter sale ticket here. So if you are utilizing counter sales quite a bit, you want to also go over to the work in progress screen. That's where you're going to see them. So I have a workflow stage. I have my flags here. So again, the little green plus sign, see, I can click on it and change the flags. Work order number, clock time. So if you are utilizing time clock and your technicians are logging in and out of these jobs, then it's going to measure the time. You notice everywhere where I stop my mouse, a little flyout comes out, gives me the work order number, the vehicle, what's authorized, and the progression of where we've clocked in on the labor lines. Duration is amount of hours on the work orders. You got your promise out time, appointment time, service advisor, color codes, technician, contact, plate number, description, phone, notes. So this would be notes on the work order itself, resources, which are the bays, and the total current dollar amount on the work order. If I go back up to my work order tab here. So what is a holdover? A holdover could be something as simple as I want to hold a job over to the next day, or maybe a couple of days later. Maybe I'm not going to have it done today, but I do want to block that time out in my scheduler. So here I have a ticket with 8.4 hours for Cheyenne Pullins. If I click on it and I go up to hold over, I can tell the system what day do I want to hold it over to. You can pick any day you want. So if I say, well, I may not have parts until Thursday, so I'm going to be fully booked, so I might have to do it on Friday. How many hours? So we have a total of 8.4 hours on that work order. So I might need to hold over 5 or 6 or 7 hours. So let's just say we're going to hold over 5 hours. And we'll make a note here, just waiting for parts to finish. And this is my technicians assigned to it. I select OK. Now, as soon as I hit OK, it's going to subtract the 5 hours from that duration. So you see now it's dropped down quite a bit. Now, if I go up to my scheduler, here we will see on the far right side, here's where I booked in that 5 hours for that one work order. So that is the overview screen in prioritization. You will also notice down the bottom left corner, I can also switch over to technicians and resources. So we'll have a separate training session just for these two.